Hi everyone, my name is Terry, and welcome to Friday Fact Day, where I get to tell you about my work in fitness, feminism, and philosophy. And today's fact is: the quantity of fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers does not vary by sex. Now, I'm bringing this up because, as has been happening quite a lot lately in the news and in the Twitter discourse and different things online, there's a lot of controversy around transgendered persons participating in sport. And I just recently saw a post in a thread about this that listed all the reasons why trans women should not be allowed to participate on teams with cis women in various types of sports. Now, I'm not going to show you the actual post. It was a laundry list of garbage. It was absolute bullshit. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do the very thing we study in agnotology, which is the spread of ignorance. So I'm not going to spread that any further. But I want to take up one particular point because I hear this one quite a lot. And it's used to exclude trans women from sport participation. And that is the myth, and it is an absolute myth, that men have more fast twitch muscle fiber and women have more slow twitch muscle fiber. Now, several videos ago, and I will link down below because I don't remember which one it is and I have to look it up. But several videos ago, I did mention a principle called SAID, or Specific Adaptation to Imposed Demand, SAID. That applies here. So when we are born and when we're growing up prepubescent, we have the same quantity of fast and slow twitch fibers in each muscle. And they do exactly what they sound like they're going to do. The fast ones are responsible for fast or explosive movement, and the slow ones are more responsible for things like endurance and being able to sustain an activity. The idea behind this being split by sex comes from observation. And to be fair to people, I can see why people would observe human behavior and think that this is the case, that men have more fast twitch and women have more slow twitch. That's actually not what's happening. There's no biology in that. What's happening is SAID is kicking in, specific adaptation to imposed demand. In other words, the activities you do, the demand you impose on your body, and particularly on your muscles, are what your body's going to adapt to. So if you do a lot of explosive, powerful movement, you will develop your fast twitch muscles and not, or muscle fibers, and not so much your slow twitch fibers. And then on the other side, if you do endurance-based activities, if you do activities that require more flexibility and more patience to perform each task, you will develop your slow twitch fibers. And of course, when you look at how physical activity and sport and fitness in general are gendered in our society, there's your answer. This is a very well-established fact, by the way, to the point that if you go looking for academic research on fast and slow twitch muscle fibers, you won't find any papers that discuss men having more fast twitch and women having more slow twitch. Because it's so well-established, they don't need to say that in papers anymore. And check out Google Scholar. You don't need academic library access to see the papers that are in there. You will find tons of them. And I've got a whole box over here of textbooks that I use for teaching fitness theory to new up-and-coming trainers, and they all say the same thing as well. This has been established for ages. This is a matter of behavior, not of biology. So when you see people saying that trans women don't have any business participating in sport with cis women, please do not repeat that. Please don't repeat that. It's not true. And the fast versus slow twitch thing is not a sex-based division. So as I said before, I'm not linking or showing a graphic of the post that I saw that mentioned this, along with several other sex-based or gender-based fitness myths. I do not want to spread that agnotology. I do not want to get that ignorance further out there. It's not hard to find if you want to go looking for it. And also, I do want to point out that one of the things about that post was that it was coming from an organization that is very anti-trans and is very much about traditional women doing traditional things. So I think they were probably pretty much against any women being heavily involved in sport in the first place. So always have a look at who's writing those sources when you see them, especially if they're a really pretty infographic, and anybody can make one of those. It's pretty easy to find several apps online to do that. So just check into who's credited with that information. And I want you to take this out into the world, okay? This particular rumor or bit of fitness mythology is running amok right now, and it's really starting to get on my last nerve, and it's taking up a lot of my time. I'm answering this question for a lot of people lately. And basically, it all just boils down to biological determinism and anti-transness. And trans women are women, trans men are men. I shouldn't even have to say that, but here we are. And just stop the spread of that particular bit of agnosis, that bit of ignorance that's spreading around in the world. And of course, as I always say, lift heavy, fight the patriarchy, and I'll see you next week. Bye.